Welcome everyone to a Funko Popcast. Now, actually, originally I was going to call mine the Funkcast, but then I realized Funko's podcast that they do is already called Funkcast, so I can't really do that. Anyways, my name's Dylan, and in this podcast, or I should call it Popcast, I'll be reviewing the month of January 2019 on anything Funko Pop related. If you are here for any vinyl news or pop keychain news, I won't be doing that. It'll be strictly just on Funko Pops. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm not going to bore you with how I became a fan of pop vinyls, but maybe I will eventually. But anyways, let's get right to it. So, a lot of decent announcements this month. And it all started January 4th was when we got our first announcement for Pop Vinyls. And that is a new wave of Toy Story Funko Pops. Now, the last time they did an actual line of Toy Story Funko Pops was back in the end of 2015, where we got Rex, Woody, Buzz, and Ham. Now, this lineup of Pops, we've heard the rumors the last few months, but now officially confirmed as of January 4th. Here's the list of Pop Vinyls. You'll see photos on the screen if you're watching this, but if you're just listening to it like a normal podcast, I don't know where I was going with that, but you won't be able to see the photos. I guess that's where I was going with it. But the list is right here. So we got Woody with the RC car as a Pop Rides, a very anticipated, much anticipated Funko Pop. For a long time now. It's been at least 2 years since everyone's been wanting this specific pop. And when I seen it, I'm like, oh my god, it's here. It's finally here. I can't believe it. So anyways, the Woody with the RC Pop Rides. We have Wheezy, Slinky Dog, Ms. Nesbit, Bullseye, and then we got a Bullseye that is flocked and will be exclusive to Funko-Shop. So, unfortunately, for all my fellow Canadians, we won't be getting those from Funko-Shop because Funko-Shop only ships out in the U.S. And we'll probably have to find it at some sort of Comic-Con for a really expensive price. However, I am determined to get the whole series, including the exclusives. So if I have to pay quite a bit of dough for that, I'm gonna have to get that. And after that will be Bo Peep. Now, all of them have really good designs on them. The Pop Rides is well done, especially the eyes of the RC car. Woody's got the remote. Wheezy's got his microphone. One thing I don't like about Slinky Dog, there's the little flaw. Slinky Dog, I kind of wish Slinky Dog was kind of like, like on some of the Pops, like, what's a recent one? Like the Space Invaders, or in the past, the Cars, where it's like the sideways. I kind of wish it was like that, because then they would actually be able to show like the Slink. And that would have been awesome. But other than that, I love the new Toy Story Pops. I already pre-ordered them a couple days ago, and I can't wait until they arrive, which on the website it said coming soon, but I've heard probably is going to be February. So basically, as I film this tomorrow, but when you hear this, it's probably going to be the earliest February 1st. So sometime in February, maybe March, these Pops will come out. Then the next announcements for Pop Vinyls is a new line, Drag Queen Pop Vinyls, also announced on January 4th. I know I'm probably going to be wrong on some of these name pronunciations, but bear with me here. We got Jinx, I think that's Jinx, Monsoon, and Katya. That last one I probably pronounced wrong. I'm sorry for any drag queen fans. I don't know if drag queen is, I don't know if it's a TV show, a movie, or if drag queen is just a separate lineup. It's not even in the TV or movie like selection. But both those are Hot Topic exclusive, and from what I know, those are available now to get. So if you're a fan of drag queen, you can get them at Hot Topic, available now. We're going to move on. Next announcements were made on January the 7th. And it's involving the video game that actually came out Tuesday, I believe. If that was when the 29th was. A Tuesday, I think it was. Kingdom Hearts 3. A couple of Funko Pops announced for that. They're both Sora. Obviously a character. I don't know about Kingdom Hearts all that much, but both are Sora Monsters Inc. versions, which I noticed when I seen the pop vinyls, that like whenever they have, like, let's say there's Sora, like the Hot Topic exclusive Toy Story one is just like some sort of logo on the, I don't know if it's a sword or a hammer. I don't have a photo on me of Sora right now. But anyways, they're both exclusives. One is orange, and it's meant to be a Target exclusive. And the other is, I guess, normal Sora is like grayish color, but it's flocked, and it's exclusive to Box Lunch, which for some of those that don't know Box Lunch, it's kind of like Hot Topic. Actually, I think it's kind of a sister company from what I know of, because especially with, even though I wasn't going to mention it, but with the keychain, they're doing the keychain for Toy Story. They have Slinky keychain, and that's going to be a Box Lunch and Hot Topic exclusive shared item. But back onto pop vinyls. Box Lunch exclusive ends flocked for Sora from Kingdom Hearts 3. And I believe from what I heard this past week, the flocked version for Box Lunch was became available as of this week. And I'm more than certain, I think the Target exclusive has not been released yet. I think it's around February or March that will be released. January 9th, we had an announcement from Funko themselves. Obviously, all my sources is coming from the Funko blog website. It is a Funko-Shop item. It seems like every week they have been announcing at least one Funko-Shop item. And it's Mr. Spacely from the Jetsons. And I don't know if there's any available, but it became live on January 9th. People were able to get, I think it's a limit of one per pop. And the pops were $15 each, assuming it's American. So if you're going to pay via Canadian, to all my Canadian people, it's probably around close to 20. But yeah, that was available January 9th, and it's probably, obviously, if you're looking for one and it's not on the website, you could probably find one up on eBay, but I don't know how much it's going to be, various prices. Yeah, so that's that. Then on January 9th, which I took a nice look at this, we have, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong. We have a Funko Specialty Series Pop. It's Xenomorph, a blue metallic version from the movie Alien, which this pop actually, it's meant so that you could celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Alien movie. That's why they made this pop, and I think it even says that on the sticker, I believe. There's a sticker that says Funko Specialty Series, and there's the 40th anniversary of Alien sticker. I might be wrong. Like I said, I'm not really looking at like actual photos at the moment, but Funko announced that this is expected to be released for March 2019. Not sure if Alien was released in March of, well, 4 years ago, so that would have been, hold up, 79, 1979. That would have been 40 years ago. It is one of the nicest looking pops that Funko has announced within the month, I'd have to say. So now, we move on. January 10th, new line of Funko Pops called Funko Candy. And the first one announced were the Sour Patch Kids. I'm sure a lot of people were kind of excited, like, oh my god, I love Sour Patch Kids. They're good. The pops look okay. I've seen some photos, and they made the pop in the photos that they share on the blog. It's, how do I explain? So like you'll see the way they are, but they're actually, I'm pretty sure from the photos I've seen, they're translucent, so that it actually looks like it's like translucent, and they actually have like little white dots, so it looks like it's a sour candy, which that's the one thing I do like about that. But I don't know. Something tells me, like, why are they making Sour Patch Kids pops? But I don't know. And then the next one is also part of the candy series. So, and I should have named off. Sorry, I should have named off. I'll name them off quickly. For Sour Patch Kids, there is orange Sour Patch Kid, red berry Sour Patch Kid, lemon Sour Patch Kid, and blue raspberry Sour Patch Kid. None of them are exclusive, which means you can get them at your local store. Like in Canada, we have EB Games, which in the States is called GameStop. Probably get it at Hot Topic. All different stores. But now back to where I was going with this. The next candy, Peeps. Little marshmallow bunnies that you would eat on Halloween, or depending on, actually, I think they released a while ago, like 4th of July Peeps. But anyways, we have Pink Bunny. Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's Bunny. Okay. Why am I... Never mind. Okay, anyways, we got a Pink Bunny as listed. Even though I thought Peeps were birds. What? Am I going crazy or something? But, Pink Bunny, Yellow Bunny, and then we have a Blue Bunny that's FYE exclusive, for those that don't know. If I'm not mistaken, FYE stands for For Your Entertainment. And we got Lavender / Purple, but Lavender Bunny, which is exclusive to Funko-Shop. So, any Canadians that want the Lavender Bunny, you're not going to be able to order it on Funko-Shop, sorry. But, and these are, they might be available now, or they'll be available in February. I'm not too sure about that one. Now we'll move on. January 11th, we have NBA Pop Vinyls. NBA Funko Pops, and the first ones that they announced, besides the huge lineup of different players, they had what is arguably the most famous basketball player of all time. Took them a while. I was kind of pumped for this one. Michael Jordan, which there are 3 versions of Michael Jordan that you can get, which I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan comes out February. Might be out now, actually. I'm not too sure on that one. But there's normal Michael Jordan, which actually, in my opinion, I kind of like normal Michael Jordan, which is the one where he's kind of got like the pedestal thing, and looks like he's doing a layup. And yeah, he's wearing a red Chicago Bulls jersey. And then we have the Target exclusive Michael Jordan, which is him wearing the black jersey and he's dribbling the ball. But then there's the... Oh, wait, no, I got that wrong. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at that now. Michael Jordan, sorry. The Michael Jordan black jersey is actually a Fanatics exclusive pop. And then we have red jersey with him just standing there with a ball, which is a Target exclusive pop vinyl. I do like the normal one the most for some reason. Probably because it looks cool. Like, finally there's a basketball one where it looks like he's doing a layup. At least from my knowledge, the ones I usually seen, there's just them standing with the basketball on their side, or they're like dribbling, like the Fanatics exclusive. But anyways, flip my pages over. About 3.5 pages, front and back, of Funko announcements. Now we got more NBA Pops, which the list goes. We got Lonzo Ball, Karl Anthony Towns, Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Stephen Curry in a black jersey. And I made sure I listed that because I'm pretty sure they released a Stephen Curry back 2018 with like a blue jersey. And then we got 3 versions of LeBron James, which I feel like they made a LeBron James back when he was in Cleveland or Miami, but I could be wrong. But I know there's 3 versions of LeBron James they have announced here. LeBron James in a white and purple jersey. Then we got LeBron James in a yellow jersey that is a Foot Locker exclusive. And then we have LeBron James in a purple jersey, which is a Fanatics exclusive, the same place that the Michael Jordan black jersey will be at. So if you're looking for a Michael Jordan with a black jersey dribbling the ball, and you want the purple jersey LeBron James, both of them are Fanatics exclusives. I don't exactly know where Fanatics is. I don't know if it's just a website or their store, like a chain of stores. Never really heard of it until these announcements, actually. Yeah, we got those are the NBA Pops, all announced on January 11th. And the last January 11th announcement, part of the Pop Rocks. That's the music Pops. And that is Billy Idol. Which now is available now, because if I'm not mistaken, one of my buddies actually just got Billy Idol, like I almost said Biddy Idol, Billy Idol last week, I think it was, did a huge haul at Hot Topic, and I think Billy Idol was one of them. So I think Billy Idol is available now. I should have mentioned, I'm not sure when the NBA Pops are coming out. I think from what I understand, they're out now. Could be February. Not too sure. But, yeah, Billy Idol, from what I understand, is available now at various outlets like Hot Topic. And looks actually pretty cool. Like, I already imagine him singing White Wedding right now. But anyways, moving on to the next Funko announcement. What happened on January 14th. We got Rockabilly, Splastic Plastic. It is a Funko-Shop exclusive, which probably sold out by now, knowing Funko. And yeah, it was $15 each, probably 15 US. Limit of 1 item per customer is probably what it was, because I see it's kind of cut off when I'm reading all this, and looks pretty cool. I don't really know much about Rockabilly. I think I've heard of them, but yeah. Anyways, moving on to is it still the yes, January 14th announcement. More Conan pop vinyls. Conan as in Conan O'Brien. The talk show host. He's had various pop vinyls of himself come out in recent time. There was even, I'm pretty sure, a Qui-Gon Jinn version of him, or at least a Star Wars Jedi version. But in here, we have the one I really like is the Luchador Conan, which I remember I seen that segment when it was posted the next day after it was live. And then we got Folk Dancer Conan, which both of them are going to be EB slash or EB Games slash GameStop exclusive. So I would say if you're a wrestling fan and you like Conan O'Brien, I mean, this Luchador one looks awesome. I do like the cape. I like the mask, and even the little rooster head going on, because I remember he was a rooster. And then the folk dancer should be out. I would guess maybe February around then, February, March. I'll just say April in case, because I didn't really remember much on that one. So yeah, moving on. January 15th, the next day. Wayne Gretzky pop vinyls. Now, back in the summer, they had released the Wayne Gretzky home Edmonton Oilers jersey Funko Pop. I seen that when I was at Fan Expo. Yeah, I seen that at Fan Expo, and I think it was even before they announced the Wayne Gretzky Pops. Like they had it, because I think Funko was there, and they had their booth and all that. So, but they had that, and now more Wayne Gretzky Pops are coming out. We have a single pop, which is Wayne Gretzky in the home jersey of when he played for the Los Angeles Kings, which looks pretty nice. The old black jersey and the old logo. I like that little detail. And the other one, well, I should say other four, is a 4-pack. We got a 4-pack. That's a Fanatics exclusive. So back to Fanatics. If you want to find that 4-pack, it's going to be at Fanatics. And we got over here, we have the away jerseys for the Los Angeles Kings and Edmonton Oilers version of Wayne Gretzky. Due to the fact that, well, there's the home jersey of Edmonton Oilers already, and they're going to be coming out with a single pop of the Los Angeles Kings home jersey. So there's the away Edmonton Oilers jersey, the away Los Angeles Kings jersey, but we have the home New York Rangers jersey and home St. Louis Blues jersey for Wayne Gretzky, which okay, so I'm pretty sure if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, hockey fans. Edmonton, LA, New York Rangers, and then he retired with St. Louis Blues. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I should be ashamed of myself if I'm wrong, considering Canadian. I should know hockey, right? Question mark. Yeah, they all look nice. I like them. I don't know. I might get one, maybe. But all right. So now after that, more January 15th announcements. There's 2 more. So from AntMan and the Wasp, we have a 10-inch Giant Man pop vinyl, and as part of AntMan and the Wasp, and it's going to be an Amazon exclusive. And, well, Funko, as far as I know on the website, it said coming soon. So it could be February, March, around there when it gets released. So, and also on January 15th was announced a Sock Hop, Betty Boop, and Pudgy pop vinyl. So Pudgy, little dog. I haven't really watched much Betty Boop. So I don't really know much about that, but it's very, very pink. It looks like there's a lot of pink in that pop vinyl. So yeah, that's that might be available within the month, if I had to take a quick guess at it. January 16th, Another announcement for a Funko Shop exclusive. Felix the Cat with the bag of fun. And very detailed on the bag. And got Felix's tongue is kind of sticking out and he's all excited. So obviously January 16th, that's when the pop would have been released. And not sure if there's any more on the website. You'll probably have to go check on Funko-Shop.com. Pretty sure that would be the proper website if I'm wrong, or shop.funko, one of those two. Yeah, so now January 16th, a new Britney Spears pop vinyl for her legendary performance of "I'm a Slave for You," and it's got a yellow snake around her neck. It's got looks like from the small photo I'm looking at right now, it's a red on the ear, but more near her mouth, like a red and pink microphone headset. That would be the more proper term. Got different shoes on, and it's not too bad. I liked the "Hit Me Baby One More Time" Britney Spears pop that came out I think November, December. But it looks like they're capitalizing on more Britney Spears pop as soon as possible with this "Slave for You." So this, I think for sure, I think from what I know, Britney Spears' "The Slave for You" is coming out in March, maybe February. A lot of these announcements will probably most likely be a February, March thing. Could be April, actually. I think I seen on Entertainment Earth they were expecting April. I could be mistaken, but yeah. January 16th, the movie Zoolander. Zoolander, which it was rumored and now officially announced on January 16th. We have the lineup of we got Derek Zoolander, Hansel, Mugatu, and we have Mugatu with a dog, which is the Chase. And I think those are expected to come out in February, according to EB Games. It could be March. Around that time, February, March, and I'm more than positive on that one. Yeah, that's all. That's all I gotta say about Zoolander. All right, so now we got. They already announced some pops for this, but Smallfoot is coming out with another pop. It's Guan Yi. I've never seen Smallfoot, so I couldn't really tell you about. Oh my God, they did such a good job with Guan Yi, because this and that. All right. To me, Guan Yi looks like some sort of like abominable snowman, like kind of like Monsters Inc., like snow cones, that kind of deal. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyways, I gotta flip over the pages. January 6th, the last January 16th announcement, part of the Pop Icons announcements, and that is Dr. Seuss. Sometime, I think it was 2017, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't think it's 2018 new. I think it's 2017 new. They came out with Dr. Seuss characters, Cat in the Hat, Sam I Am, which I actually have. I don't know if they came out with the Snorlax, but there was the Red Fox and Socks, and then Horton Hears a Who. That was a 6-inch, I'm pretty sure. And now they have Dr. Seuss, the author himself, and I like the detail that they have with like the book itself, because he's clearly holding a Cat in the Hat book, and they got the little hat and all that, and then yeah, looks like a cool pop, and that is expected to come out. I think that will be not within the next couple months. I think it will be around April. April, that pop is going to be coming out. And now we move on. January 17th announcements. The first of a couple January 17th announcements. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this name right. Club du Coueur Voz. That was probably not even close of how you pronounce it, but Club du Coueur Voz with characters Chava Iglesias and Hugo Sanchez. It's a television show, and I wouldn't be able to tell you what it's about because I've never heard of it nor seen Club du Coueur Voz. But and I wouldn't be able to tell you who's who without clicking on the link right now on Funko blog. But yeah, anyways, the next one. All right, the next announcements. These pops were rumored. That was the words I was looking for. They were rumored, but no one knew if it was just normal Star Wars. But actually, this set, which finally determined on January 17th, is a lineup for Return of the Jedi. That's right. Which, for Star Wars fans, you would know that that's in the chronology. That would be either, in your mind, the third of the original movies, or it's number 6 overall. Because it's meant to be the sequel to Empire Strikes Back and the prequel to The Force Awakens. Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, because Solo is, I think, before Phantom Menace. Yeah, okay. I was paused there for a second. Okay, so now back to it. I like this lineup. There's a lot of pops in this lineup that you look at the originals and they're like, oh, that's all right. But then you look at these new ones and they're like, man, Funko did a really good job. One of them is Wicket, because I have the original Wicket, which I'll name off all these, the Star Wars ones before I talk about each one. We got Wicket. It's a new Wicket. We have a 10-inch Wicket that's coming out. I think it's March. That one is March. I know that. And it's a Target exclusive. We have Princess Leia. We have Darth Vader getting electrocuted. And then we have a Darth Vader getting electrocuted glow in the dark, and it will be a Target exclusive. We have a new Han Solo. We have a new Emperor Palpatine. We have a new Lando I can't even talk today. Calrissian. And we have a Baby Nippet, which is flocked and will be a Target exclusive. Now, first of all, Funko making Darth Vader electrocuted, well done. Well done, because that was in a kind of... that was... Wow. Why can I not talk today? Okay. That was a very iconic moment in Return of the Jedi. When Darth Vader saves Luke from Palpatine, and while trying to lift him up, he gets electrocuted. Alright. And I think, looking at the pop, they did such a good job on it, and especially they make the blue parts of the pop translucent. And then, especially seeing this pop, I could imagine right now how good this pop is going to be when it's glow in the dark. I almost want to get this glow in the dark pop. Even though it seems like every time I get a glow in the dark pop, I never know how the glow in the dark works, which I keep hearing possibly you put a black light on it and then that's how it shines. But that looks cool. The Emperor Palpatine, I do like the Emperor Palpatine in this lineup of Return of the Jedi better than the original Palpatine, except the fact of I don't really like the eyes all that much. I think those eyes, like, I don't see Return of the Jedi with those eyes. I see more Revenge of the Sith with those kind of eyes. But I do like the detail of the lightning coming out of his hands. I wish they had that with the original Emperor Palpatine. And then Wicket, they did such a good job with the detail of his fur. Absolutely awesome. Han Solo looks like a badass. Leia, I don't know, for some reason, even though I think they did come out with a pop of this, though, maybe that's why they didn't come, but I would imagine Return of the Jedi and Leia as Slave Leia, which I think they did make a Funko of that, which is why they didn't do it for the Return of the Jedi lineup. And then Lando. Lando looks good. And man, but that Darth Vader, the Darth Vader is what I feel makes this whole lineup. That and Palpatine, like those are probably the top two out of that, the Return of the Jedi. I'll add Wicket. Top three most detailed pop vinyls. And maybe so far, as I'm reading this, the most detailed, the best pop vinyls that they have announced so far in the January 2019 month. Good job on that, Funko. Then we go to January 21st, and this announcement is before the most anticipated announcements of London Toy Fair Funkos. And we got Funko-Shop exclusive blue and purple Mickey Mouse Pop, which the ears are blue, the face and I guess shoes and overalls, I guess I would call it, are purple. Gloves are white. I don't know if this was glow in the dark. I don't think it was, but I think it would have been cool if this was glow in the dark, because those colors would look cool, glow in the dark. It was one per customer, $15 each when they released January 21st. And yeah, so now we're going to get to the much anticipated moment of January for every Funko Pop fan, and that's finding out what Funko Pops are being revealed. What series have you been thinking of? And man, I hope they announce them here. There's a lot that I'm like, man, imagine they came out with this, and maybe they'll announce it at London Toy Fair. But we're going to start off the very first announcement for the London Toy Fair is a part of a series for the 80th anniversary of Batman, which Batman, they do have a lot of Funkos for. I'll admit that. They probably have more Batman Funko Pops than they do, like... They probably have more Batman Funkos than I have Funkos in my collection. Which I have 115 Funko Pops. So... right there, that's a lot of Batmans. But anyways, the list, I will read the list goes on. It's probably not in any specific order. But we got 1939 Batman, which is only a concept art right now. And we also have, which is also a concept art from what I've seen, possibly, or no, that actually looks like it could be the pop, or it's just a more detailed concept art of 1989 Batman. And yes, I'm talking about Michael Keaton Batman from that movie. They are doing that. Then we have a 1950 Batmobile Pop Rides, which is also a concept art, as you will see. And then we have, actually, they made Pop Comic Moments. They've made movie moments in the past, but I think this is one of the first of many comic moments. They could have made some with Marvel, like the past year, I'm pretty sure, but I couldn't even remember about that. But they have a comic moment from 1972 of Batman and Robin, and they're doing what looks to be like a pose on a rooftop, or they're running. and they're just about to save the world. Then we have a movie moment from the 1989 Batman movie, and it's Batman and Joker's fighting scene, which I do like the detail of the bruises starting to appear on Batman's face, and you got the glasses that are being knocked off of Joker's head. Very detailed. Then we have two Hot Topic exclusive pops, which are Dawnbreaker version of Batman, and we have Owlman. Both Hot Topic exclusive, and I'm pretty sure the Batman lineup, from what I've seen on Entertainment Earth, is coming out around April, May. Around that time, that's when those pop vinyls will be coming out. Now we move on to Disney, where we have a lineup of Little Mermaid pops. So we got I don't really see the photo right now because I'm on the website also, but I didn't click on any links. So when I click on the link and then exit out, then I gotta do the whole make sure it's 40 things per page dealio. But I do have a paper with a list. But we got two versions of Ariel, sorry. Little Mermaid. Well, I haven't really seen that. So, yeah, Ariel with a purple dress, and then we got Ariel with a bag, and then we have two versions of Ursula, one with eels around her, and we have a 10-inch Ursula with her little, I don't know what to call it. I don't want to call it a dagger or anything. It's kind of like a dagger, like a pitchfork type dealio. I'm sure Little Mermaid fans, if they watch this, they'll correct me on this. Please correct me, Little Mermaid fans. Then we got Chef Louis, and we got Scuttle with a fork, and we have Prince Eric. Those, I think, are expected March, April, much later date. Yeah, and now we got Gears of War, which I've seen a lot of fans' comments saying, what is the point of Gears of War? We don't need any more Gears of War pops. But I also could be wrong. There are probably some fans that want some more Gears of War pop. But I've seen the majority of fans in the comments I've seen, not all of them like the Gears of War pops. Which are, I had to search these ones up because I briefly played Gears of War, but I wouldn't play enough to know these characters' names. So I had to do a little bit of researching on that one. We got Marcus, Queen Mira, and Boomer. If I pronounce those names right, I will be surprised. Which, from what my understanding, those are going to be expected about May or June, from my understanding. So, Gears of War fans, May or June, when those pops come out. Now, pops that I've never heard of the show before. Persona 5, clearly it's, judging by the look, it's an anime. So we got, I had to do research for this one too, because I've never heard of Persona 5, and I didn't know any of, oh geez, I just burped a bit, excuse me. I didn't know any of these characters. I didn't know this show. So I had to do a little bit of searching. So we got Joker, which from the photo I'm probably going to post in this, it's on the top. We got Joker and a Joker chase, one with a mask, one that doesn't have a mask. Then we got Ryugi, hope I'm pronouncing that, Anne and Morgana, and which I think by the photo that I'm probably going to post, it's all in that order. Judging by first look at Persona 5, I kind of like this Ryugi guy. He's got a cool little gray mask, and by the photo I'm looking at right now, I can't really tell what he's holding. The cat looks pretty cool, and the girl in the red outfit, I think that's Anne. Looks pretty cool. But anyways, moving on to we're starting to talk about games, more games. With something I've never heard of either. Warhammer 40,000. We got 4 pops coming out of that. We got in the order that I have it written. The Blood Angels Assault Marine. We have a Dark Angels Veteran, Space Wolves Pack Leader, and the Ultramarines Intercessor. Which I think both Warhammer 40,000 and Persona 5 will be expected to be released, I think, around April to June, give it that time frame. I don't think it will be coming out March or February. I think around April to June, maybe closer to May and June, around that's when those will be released. And then next game, it's a very popular game, still haven't played it, but my buddy Matt, who I kind of wish was here, because I would have loved to get his reaction on here. Maybe next in the future we'll get him on one of these popcasts. Sorry, that's what I gotta start referring to it as a popcast. Overwatch is the game, and they've gotten quite a bit of stuff announced. Besides pops, keychains. I think they got some vinyls. I don't know. I just know keychains from the photos I'm looking at. But we got another version of Reaper, which I know there is another a normal Reaper, because my buddy Matt has it. We got Farah, probably pronouncing that name wrong. So when my buddy Matt listens to this, he'll probably tell me what names I pronounced right or wrong. So we got Reaper, Farah, Bridget. This one I know I'm going to pronounce wrong because I don't know. Myra. I don't know. This is really tough to pronounce. We got Diva, spelt D dot capital VA. Very impressive way to spell Diva. Or is it Diva? No, it's probably Diva. Makes more sense. Then we got a 6-inch Bastion, and we have a 6-inch Wrecking Ball. Which Bastion looks pretty cool, and the Wrecking Ball does also. Like I said, I've never played Overwatch, so I can't really be all like, oh man, they did such a good job on this, because I remember this part of the video game. I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to tell you about all that. The next one is a Pop Rides. Lord of the Rings. It's the Witch King with Fell Beast, which, wow, detail on the mask. They had a sword, and not sure what a Fell Beast is, to be honest, because I've seen Lord of the Rings back when I was a kid, but I wouldn't be able to tell you, like, oh man, the Fell Beast, they were so cool, and they did this. But I'll probably have to watch it again. I'm sure it's on Netflix or something. Then we have I almost skipped a bunch. Now going towards that kind of deal of Lord of the Rings, it's kind of like it. Game of Thrones, more Game of Thrones pops. Getting ready for that. I think 10th season that's coming out very soon. I only watched one season, and then season 2, I couldn't understand a thing they were saying because they speak like Old English. So I'm like, I can't watch it because I can't understand what they're saying. But from season 1, it was good. I liked season 1. But we got I think it's 5 different Game of Thrones pops that are sitting on Iron Thrones. So it's basically the same Iron Throne, but 5 different Funko Pops, which are Jon Snow, Daenerys. I can't even pronounce his name. Daenerys, the blonde chick. That's what I'm going to call it. The blonde chick. Night King, Cersei Lannister, and we got Tyrion Lannister. that are sitting on the Iron Thrones, and all those are called, from what I know, Pop Deluxe, which I'm not sure what they mean by deluxe. I don't know if that's a new name for like a 6-inch, or I don't know. Maybe it's if they sit on a seat, it's called a deluxe. And then they have White Walker on a horse pop rides. I don't know when these pops are coming out, but if I'm gonna predict when they're gonna come out, it'll probably be around April, May. I'll give it April, May, because I think the new season's coming out in the spring, summer, around there, so it'll be on time. So yeah. Then we got Bewitched. Bewitched, which from what I know is a TV show. It's a sitcom. And Bewitched has 3 pop vinyls. Samantha Stevens, Darren, and Endora, which, once again, never seen the show, so I couldn't tell you, oh my god, look at the detail that they did with this and all that. So, but from what I'm looking at, all these are concept art, so it's not entirely finished yet. So I'll say for when these pops are coming out, it'll probably be April, May, June, around there. Yeah, so I'm just going to flip over this page. Now we are going to what looks to be an anime of some sort. Actually, it's from, yeah, I think it's an anime. Sanrio, that's what it says. It's called Agretsuko. Never heard of it. Once again, there's going to be a lot of things that I've never heard of. I'm sure that's everyone that collects Funko Pops. They're going to look at something and is like, oh, I've never heard of that. We've got 5 versions of Agretsuko. I don't know. But there's this normal one. There is Agretsuko with a chainsaw. We got a raging Agretsuko. We have Date Night Agretsuko, which will be a Target exclusive. And we have 10-inch Agretsuko. This is probably going to be, I think I seen the date, and it's around June. May, June, when these pops will be released, including the Target exclusive. Alright, now moving on to another one where my buddy Matt would probably have a good time talking about is the new Dragon Ball Z Funko Pops, which I'm going to name them in the order that I have listed here. So, we got Nappa, or Nappa. I'm going to go with Nappa. Vegeta. I remember that's how it's pronounced because I watched Dragon Ball Z at some point. Goku, Raditz, Chi-Chi. I feel like I should have inserted a joke there. Chi-Chi, do you love me? No. Okay, anyways. Goten, Frieza, Kid Buu, and then we have a Hot Topic exclusive Super Saiyan Goten. We have a Galactic Toys exclusive Super Saiyan 2 Broly 6-inch. We have an EB Games / GameStop exclusive Young Gohan with sword. And we have a AAA anime exclusive Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks 6-inch. Wow, those names are kind of hard to pronounce. They come up with some pretty complicated names, but I mean, this is it's probably it's made from Japanese cartoon. It's made by Japanese people, I'm pretty sure. That's where I was going with it. So these names are partially hard to pronounce. That's probably why. But I forget which one it was. It might have been the Hot Topic exclusive one that I really liked. The Super Saiyan Goten. And then I think it was I can't even remember which one, but there's ones with like lightning all around them, and it was just really detailed actually. Yeah, actually, I'll look at the link right now. Yeah, they're all not even listed. Like the names aren't listed. Like I see, there's the one with the sword. That's the EV Games exclusive, and then yeah, it might have been. I think the one I'm looking at, the 1/6" with the green light. It looks like green lightning all over him. That one looks cool. But yeah. Anyways, moving on from Dragon Ball Z, we are getting more SpongeBob pop vinyls. This one I was kind of shocked about. SpongeBob SquarePants, more pop vinyls. You thought you seen the last of them when there was only 4 of them that came out, and then they did the Christmas ones recently. But you thought that was the last of them? Oh, Funko says no. They're coming out with more. Man, the list we have here, we got Patrick Star, and he's got a hammer in one hand, and we got a board stuck in his head with a nail, and I think I remember that episode. And then we have Squidward as the ballerina, and then we have SpongeBob in what is probably one of, if not the most iconic scene in SpongeBob SquarePants, and that is imagination. I think the fact they made a pop of that is awesome. Like, good job on Funko, because I bet every SpongeBob fan, whether you watch the show still or you don't even watch the show or whether you watch the show still or you don't anymore, you're gonna want this imagination SpongeBob. It's either that or it's this SpongeBob I'm about to talk about. And SpongeBob in the band outfit that you may have seen in the SpongeBob movie, and that will be a Hot Topic exclusive. And we got a 10-inch SpongeBob that's coming out, Target exclusive. The Funko site said, from when I seen it, it could have changed. Coming soon, but from what I seen, we're expecting April, May, June, around that time of when they'll be released. But man, that imagination, like, awesome. Alrighty, ScoobyDoo. ScoobyDoo's getting more pop vinyls. That's another one that we're like, oh, we thought it was the end of it when we seen the whole crew, and then just the whole crew. That's where I was gonna go with it. And then now we got 2 new Scooby and Shaggy's. So we got both a Scooby-Doo and we got Shaggy, and they're both holding a sandwich. And then we got 4 different monsters. We got the Witch Doctor. We got Phantom Shadow. We got Spooky Space Kook. And we got Clown. That's what was listed according to, I'm pretty sure it was Entertainment Earth, because that's where I searched up for most of my names for some of these. Which these are expected to be released, I think, April, May, around that time. Could be June. Just I know for a fact. I know it's not February, March. It's not that. I think we're past the pops at this point, where it's March and February. But yeah, judging by the look of them, it's only concept art right now. Scooby with the sandwich looks cool, and we got Shaggy and his little mouth looks like he's about to drool because the sandwich looks so good. Yeah, and then now we got Office Space. If I flip over, yeah, Office Space. Which, let me tell you, the amount of people that were pissed off when they read this and thought we were getting The Office. Myself included. I thought we were getting The Office right here. And of course, Office Space. I'm sure there's Office Space fans that are like, stop complaining about The Office. But The Office is such a good show. Like, oh my god, like at least top 10 pop vinyls I'm waiting to come out is The Office. But Office Space, which we got 4 different characters. We got Peter Gibbons, Bill Lundberg, Milton, and Joanna. Those are the pop vinyls that are being released for the Office Space set. Release date, I don't know when these are coming out. I didn't search up. Probably because I was searching up more of what the characters' names were rather than the release dates, and I didn't really have enough time for the majority of the release dates. And I wouldn't really be able to predict when they are actually going to come out. I'm going to say April. I'm going to say they'll come out in April. Office Space. Could be wrong. Maybe Entertainment Earth has something different. But then we go to part of the Pop Rocks. And it's Morrissey. Why do I feel like I've never heard of Morrissey? I feel like after I film this, and possibly when I edit this tomorrow, which is probably when it will be released, February 1st, I'll be editing this, but it's January 31st when I film or record this. I feel like I'm gonna search Morrissey up, and then when I see like if this music, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's him. But cool hair on him. That's all I gotta say about that pop. Now, next one, pop directors. J.J. Abrams, which he is known for filming such movies such as Star Trek, and he filmed Star Wars The Force Awakens, and if I'm not mistaken, he is in charge of directing Star Wars Episode 9, coming out this December, which I'm assuming sometime after summer, we're going to get not Force Awakens, we're going to get Star Wars Episode 9 pop vinyls. But, yeah, I don't know. Once again, there's a lot of directors that they released, and I don't really know much about them. So I couldn't really... I know they came out with Vince Gilligan. I think that was Vince Gilligan. I think that's his name. Director of Breaking Bad. And I was like, man, I know this guy. But yeah, so now moving on to what I believe is it's not the last. It's the second last part of the announcements. We got football, and what I mean by football is what we call soccer in North America, but it's called football in Europe and Asia and all that. And I know for a fact I'm going to have troubles pronouncing these names. But we got Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. We got Kylian Mbappé, or it's Bop. It's probably Mop, or Mbappé, I don't know. Edison Cavani, Marco Verratti, Gianluigi Buffon, Marcus Rashford, Alexis Sanchez, Morano Fellaini, Virgil van... I can't even pronounce half these names. Anyways, and then we got Alexander... I'll just pronounce the guy I was trying to pronounce is VVD. And then we got Alexander Lacazette. So that's 10 soccer pop vinyls, which sometimes I think, I'm sure there's other people that thought of, why do they come out with 10 soccer ones, but they couldn't come out with the Office Pop vinyls or something? It's like, but I mean, I understand licensing issues and all that. I have nothing to say because I don't watch soccer. I'm saying soccer. I can't say football because if I say football, I'm thinking NFL. Sorry. Sorry, European people that are listening, all the people from Europe. But I'm saying soccer. I can't say football. Sorry. I don't know anyone. I've seen soccer, but I've never seen it enough where I memorize people's names. UFC. Took a long time before UFC Pop Vinyls finally released, and this is the last of the London Toy Fair reveals. There's actually, at least on my end on Funko blog, there's no blog about it, but there is a link, so I feel like maybe it's a US link. So we got 3 in the series, which include a second version of Conor McGregor doing his infamous, I guess I would say Vince McMahon type pose, if you know who Vince McMahon is. But then we got that Khabib, Khabib N. That's what I'm saying. All these names that I know. This guy, I think this is the guy that. I think this guy beat Conor McGregor, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really watch UFC much, only once in a while. I think the last time I watched UFC was the CM Punk fight, the second one. And then other than that, that was it. And then we got George St. Pierre, which is probably my all-time favorite UFC fighter. And I like the pop vinyl here. They, just looking at it, they have the, reminds me of the action figures they used to sell. They have the Japanese headband. They got what I know is a Canadian flag, but you can't really tell it's a Canadian flag because it's just hanging over the shoulder, and then it's not a bad pop. And then now we go to now we're out of the London Toy Fair. Wow, took me a while to just get out of my mouth. London Toy Fair reveals. There is now the reveals for Pusheen, which I don't know what Pusheen is. But to go for the rundown, there is Pusheen Dragon Sheen, Pusheenasaurus, Pusheen Mermaid, Pusheenicorn, Super Pusheenicorn, Hot Topic exclusive Dragon Sheen, Pusheen Mermaid with a pink tail, Books A Million exclusive, Pusheenasaurus lavender color, Hot Topic exclusive, Pusheenicorn color tail. It's a multicolored tail, and that is a Funko-Shop exclusive. And from what I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, those are actually available now. I think that was one of those Funko posts where they announce it on the day it gets released. So I have nothing to say because I've never heard of Pusheen in my life. Alright, now back to pop games. Fallout 76, which came out, I think, November, October, around there. It was late 2018 the game came out. Which there are multiple pops, which I'll go through the list, and you'll probably see photos if you're watching this on a TV or a computer screen or a phone screen. And if you're laying down just listening to my voice, you probably can't see these. But you got Excavator Armor, Vault Dweller, Mole Miner, Strength, Radtoad, Mothman, and then we have T51 Power Armor, which is going to be a Walmart exclusive. We got X01 Red Power Armor, which will be an EB Games GameStop exclusive. We got T51 Green Power Armor, which will be a Best Buy exclusive. And if I were to predict, this actually will come out, as far as I know. Actually, no, I was gonna say February, March, around there, but I think from what I heard, they're actually coming out much later, around June. But I could be wrong, like usual. Well, I'm not always wrong. I know the majority of the releases, but some I just don't. And then we have also announced, this will be the last announcement from January 21st. We got We Bear Bears. Which there are three of them. There's Ice Bear, Grizz, and Panda. Not sure if this is, actually it says Pop Animation, so it's an animation series. I'm not sure if it's already out and they're just making Pops, or it's coming out soon. And they're just, they're capitalizing on it, kind of like most of this stuff. Yeah, alright, now the next one, moving on, because I have nothing really to say. This has been rumored for a while. There was like photos posted weeks prior. Colonel Sanders ad icons lineup, and you got two versions. One is a normal version, which is Colonel Sanders holding up the bucket of chicken, and you got Colonel Sanders with a cane, which is Funko-Shop exclusive. Which also, there's a separate article about Funko-Shop exclusive Colonel Sanders with the cane. I feel like for some reason, like, you're used to knowing Colonel Sanders with the cane, so I thought, I'm just thinking, like, would it have made sense to make the cane one the normal one, and then the KFC bucket the Funko-Shop exclusive? I don't know, I just feel that way. Because I honestly think that the fried chicken one, and there's actually a ton of detail, even though there's not much, but there's a ton of detail on the box of that chicken. You know how hard it is? You know how hard it would be just to add that little detail? Like, I'm going to take a closer look at that photo. Like, that KFC bucket, and even the chicken detail, like, perfection. Like, I wouldn't say perfection, but it's like pretty damn good. I thought that should have been the Funko Shop, and then the cane is just an exclusive, or the cane's just a normal one. That's what I mean. All right, so where am I at on this? So that's done. And we got January 23rd, so same day as the Colonel Sanders announcement. We have Betty Boop, more Betty Boop pop vinyls, but one is an angel Betty Boop, and we have a devil Betty Boop. Not sure when those are going to be released. Colonel Sanders, I should have said February. EB Games has posted February, but there's always times that they're always delayed on their... when they say February, they mean April. That's usually how EB Games works. I don't know how GameStop is, if they're the same, because it's basically the same company, or they're actually on time. Then we go January 24th. We have a from Alice in Wonderland. It's Alice at the Mad Tea Party, and it's a pop ride. It's her in a teapot, and I like the detail of the hair, just like blowing in the wind type deal, because it's probably spinning around, and how it shows that it's actually a ride by just carving out the little circle type deal to show that she's holding on a wheel and that she's sitting down. And it's also a Disney theme parks exclusive. So if you're at the Disney theme parks, that is where you will get the Alice at the Mad Tea Party pop rides, which there's that, or you get oh, now I got mail. Probably heard that noise. Either that or you pay a lot of money on eBay. Whatever you like to do better. Now we got same day, January 24th. We have from Mickey Mouse, gamer Mickey Mouses and Minnie Mouses, I should say. All of them EB Games and GameStop exclusives. We got a gamer. We got Gamer Mickey, which is he's got a yellow headset on and he's playing a game. And then we got Gamer Mickey in a red attire, red headset, red hat, red coat, just basically red everything. And then we got Gamer Minnie Mouse. It's got a green headset, got a little bow tie. It's got a pink controller, which is pretty badass if you ask me. Pink controller, let's go. Yeah, then we get to now one of my favorite announcements this month, only posted this past Monday. Had been rumored for a while. Photos were released by fans a couple days prior, but WWE Funko Pops. The new wave, we got a third Ric Flair, which I kind of think it's a little unnecessary, if you ask me. We got two versions of Charlotte Flair. One is with her green attire, which I'm gonna be able to describe this good because I'm a huge WWE fan. So it's the same green attire from what she wore at WrestleMania 33. I'm pretty sure it's that attire. And then you got the blue attire of Charlotte Flair, which I will get to in a sec because there's a separate photo. But you got Batista, who finally gets his own wrestling pop vinyl. The only time you could get Batista is when, Dave Batista's playing Drax on the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now he's got his own pop vinyl as a wrestler, and he's holding a microphone. And definitely top 10 Funko Pops I've been waiting for since the day that I started collecting is a Randy Orton pop vinyl. I've been waiting so long. And even when the rumors got me riled up. What you gonna do? And now, not only shown by fans, but officially announced from Funko, a Randy Orton pop vinyl. He's doing the pose. They got tattoos. He's wearing his sweater. It's awesome. That pop is so good. And now we're going to get to the exclusives. The Charlotte Flair I was mentioning, blue attire, Foot Locker exclusive, which is very odd that it's going to be a Foot Locker exclusive. But it's the same blue attire that she probably came out with when she got drafted to SmackDown last year, or the year before, I should say, since it's 2019 now, and I'm referring to 2017. So blue attire. And then Genius on Funko. John Cena pop vinyl. It is clear. And we all get the joke. And I'm going to get to that in a sec. Because right now I'm going in every podcast, I will actually list my top 10 favorite announcements that Funko had announced for Pops this month. So, without further ado, it was a quick, it's kind of a quick list of my top 10 favorite announcements, and some of them actually I'm looking at, and I'm gonna kind of change some of them, probably switch. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm switching, but the rest of, I think my top 6 is perfect, spot on. Starting with number 10. Number 10 will probably have to be the George St. Pierre pop. Although that's my favorite UFC superstar of all time. Well, I wouldn't say of all time. Fuck. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Favorite UFC superstar of all time. George St. Pierre. What makes him number 10 is definitely the fact that you can't really see the flag. if he was holding the flag, like you could see that he's holding a Canadian flag, it probably would be higher on the list. And other than that, it's just, black shorts. It's kind of got detail on the headband, but that's just about it for detail. Then it just looks like a normal Funko Pop. But George St. Pierre at number 10. Number 9 would have to be the Michael Jordan Pop. I think it's low, but it's high at the same, or it's in the top 10, but it's low, just because it's just a generic like pop. Except I think what made the list for this pop was the fact that it looks like he's about to slam dunk, and I think that's why it's on the list. Then we have number 8 would have to be due to the even though it's a concept art, but if they do this with very good detail and if they make it kind of like glossy, the 1989 Batman, they did a really good job with the concept art. If it stays that way, even the little the boomerang or the I don't know the proper name for it. It's not a boomerang, but it's shaped like his logo, and he chucks it. But they got the detail on that good. It just looks like I'm watching 1989 Batman, but in Funko form with that. So number 8, 1989 Batman. Number 7, definitely has to be Bullseye from the Toy Story set. I think what made it so good is like just the way that his face looks like, and the fact that they actually, if you notice, the arms are like flipped over so that it spells Andy, because it's not spelled correctly if he just sat without his arms crossed. So the detail like that is what has made Bullseye go to number 7. Number 6 is the SpongeBob Imagination Funko Pop, which the detail on that, the rainbow, his hands, the fact he's smiling and looks like he's in a dream is what makes this Funko Pop number 6 on the list. Number 5, Randy Orton. Surprisingly, probably my friends are thinking, why is Randy Orton so low? They probably thought Randy Orton was number 1 on my list. It's in the middle because it's high up because of the anticipation that finally we're getting a Randy Orton pop. But at the same time, there is a couple pop vinyls with details that like blow my mind more than Randy Orton. But at least Randy Orton is on that list. Number 4, Colonel Sanders, and it's the Colonel Sanders with the chicken bucket. That chicken bucket is an example of detail that, yeah, cool, Randy Orton's got the tattoos and that, but that KFC bucket, like, the amount of detail it probably took, how many times it tried to sketch and do the concept arts and everything for that, and just everything about that pop, it just, awesome. Number 3, whether it's the glow-in-the-dark version or not, that electrocuted Darth Vader. So much detail. The lightning's translucent, and especially if it's glow-in-the-dark, you'll actually see like the eyes, and just so much good detail in that pop. It's like I know for sure I'm getting that pop, and it might even be the glow-in-the-dark one. But like even the hand, like you look at that pop, and the hand is chopped off. And it's just details like that, and you look back on like the Star Wars, it's like they captured that so good, Funko did. Number 2, Woody with the RC pop rides. It, once again, so much detail, like they sat there, watched a movie, and they just took the details. Woody with the remote, RC car, and it shows his eyes, and like little details of the spring and even the treads on the wheels. It's just like so much thought was put into that Funko. It's going to be one of the best pop vinyls of 2019 by far. And surprisingly, this didn't even make number one. But number one, all right, number one of my top announcements, this had to be number one, just for the fact that it's so clever. And that's the translucent John Cena Amazon exclusive. Geniuses on Funko for taking advantage of you can't see me, and they make John Cena, and even fans commenting, wow, $12.99 for a box, but I can't see the pop vinyl. Like, it's, oh, man, it's so good. It's like Funko took something that was super popular, and even fans that don't even watch wrestling have probably seen those John Cena memes. They probably know about the whole "you can't see me" thing, and it's so smart on Funko to do something so genius. Like, it is on the level of genius, like when they released the Tommy Boy Pops and they did Fat Guy in a Little Coat, or Mr. Bean with the turkey on his head. It's just stuff like that just is just like makes you happy, and it's just like, man, this is awesome. Like, that's why the John Cena Translucent is number one on my list. Well, I'm about to reach about an hour and a half on this, so I think this is going to be the end of the podcast. Tune in next month when I talk about the reveals for February, which should include the New York Toy Fair announcements, which I'm pretty pumped for that. Let's hope that is when those Office Pop vinyls get announced. And anyways, hope you like this video. Comment in the section below on your favorite announcements for January 2019. Do you like my list? Do you disagree with my list? Did I pronounce some of those names right? What are you looking most forward to? And I should ask, which Funko Pops have they not released yet or even thought about that you want to see? I know some of them definitely, two of them on my mind is the movie The Outsiders, and the other one is the movie Small Soldiers. Those are two on my mind that I want them to capitalize and make Funko Pops, especially because if I'm not mistaken, we're on the 20-year anniversary of Small Soldiers. Either it was last year or it's this year. That's the 20th anniversary. So I hope they capitalize on that very soon. But anyways, ask me any questions, comment, whatever, your thoughts, that whole deal. Thank you for listening to this podcast. I hope you tune in next month for February. So, peace!